Hello, everybody. My name is Jennifer Enekebe, and today I'll be taking a class on how to prepare a progress chart. A progress chart is different from ordinary charts which are found on Excel because it's like an infographic. And secondly, you cannot find this progress chart directly on the Excel charts, but you may have to work with what Excel has and build on it to develop a progress chart. So as you can see here, I have three progress charts for three randomly selected people, and these are test scores for a hypothetical test that they did. So we can see that Jennifer scored 20, James scored 80%, and John scored 90%. So here you can see the table where the data is obtained from. It's always showing one set of the values, so I'll explain why in my demonstration. And if you look at this here, once I change the value here, the angle at which the angle that shows here will actually change as well. So if I was to type something like 70% here, it would, the circumference of the covered by the by the chart will actually increase depending on what percentage it's typed here in the value cell. So without much to do, let's start on how to prepare a progress chart. So now I'm going to start, I created a second sheet here and I'm going to type in my data. So first I can choose names of people, clients, or names of people, and I can have score as my second column, and then I like typing support, but we don't really do anything with the support. But the support column actually helps us to build the chart, but it doesn't really show up in the chart. So, but I'll show you how. So let us select three names. So like in the previous example, I have Jennifer, James, and I can choose another lady's name, Jane, right? And I will now have to write in different scores. So the scores, I like to put them in percentage because the pie chart is represented in percentage and it's easier to work with. So now I can give maybe Jennifer 40%. I'll put a percent sign there. James can have 80%, and then Jane can have 90%. Sorry, 90%. Okay, right. Now for the support is I need to find the remainder. What is the balance from 40%? So that is 100% minus this percentage over here. So this will include a formula. So equals to 100% minus this cell, and I'll drag my formula down. So reduce the decimal points to just no decimal point. Okay, so now this is my data set. So in creating my progress chart, the first thing I need to do is I need to select the chart type. And over here, I've selected insert, then come to my pie chart that is here, and I'll select a donut chart. And now you see it has no data, and this is how we normally start the progress chart. Another thing I like to do is I like to reduce the area at which the chart covers. So to do that, I need to, in the chart tools, I will need to reduce the length and width of the chart to let's say 7 centimeters each. I think different laptops have different systems. Some may have it as inches, some may have it as centimeters, but let's work for this demonstration. I'm going to use 7 by 7 centimeters. So this is my foundation. Next, I'm going to select my data, and then I will right click on the anywhere in this white box and click on select data, and I'll select add. So at this stage, we don't really need any series name. I only want to show how many segments that my progress chart should have. So I click on add, and leaving series name blank, I'll now input the number of segments my progress chart should have. So I can do that by simply erasing everything that's here and type 1 comma 20 times. So in the end I'm supposed to see 20 ones. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I have 21. So as you can see, has broken my chart into 20 different segments. Then I click OK. So at this point, I can delete my chart title and my legend. I'm checking them. I don't need them for this chart. And at the same time, sorry, I'm going to remove the background, also remove the outline. So it looks like a naked chart that is just bare on the Excel grid. Right, so double clicking on the, okay, at this point, I'm going to format my plot area. Then we see this sidebar that pops up. I'll click on the chart itself so that it knows that I'm working with my chart. Sorry. It needs to select all the boxes. Yes, like this. So you need to ensure that all these dots are highlighted. It shows that everything your chart is selected. So I'm going to reduce the donut hole size to 60%. Okay, press enter. Yes, so notice the size of the donut hole has changed. Then next I'll click on the fill the paint bucket, and then I'll change the colors of my charts to, let me say, blue, right? So now I have the first chart. So since I have 3 different data, I'm going to let me copy this out and make it 3 times. Okay, so and I can give each one a different color. So in this case, I'm going to color this one, let's say dark orange. It's not a nice color. I can color it egg yellow, yes, or it says orange as well. Oops. Okay, so I made a mistake here. It's already selected one of the segments, so that's why I only colored one of them. So to rectify this, I need to ensure that all the segments are highlighted just like this, and I can fill it in the color I desire. Right, and then likewise in this cell, sorry, selecting only one. Okay, and then I will select green. Okay, so now this is like the foundation for the chart. At this point, I'm going to select my actual data that I'm going to put on the chart. So I'm going to right click anywhere in the middle of the chart, of the donut chart, and I would select data. Click on add. Now I get to put a series name. So my series name is the name of the person, while the series value is the values in the neighboring cells, that is for the score and the support cell. I press enter. Then when I'm done my selection, I click on OK. So when you look at this, you see like it's like 2 different donut charts. We need to change this so that it appears as one chart. So at this point, I ensure that my mouse is on either one of the donut charts, and then right click again and change series chart type. So the one that shows the series name, I want to change it to be a pie chart to look like this. Then I click on making the pie chart the secondary axis. So this is what it looks like. So once I click OK, this is what my chart will look like. So you now know that this blue part is 40%, while this orange part is the supports, and it is 60%. So what I would want to do is I would want to get this to be like I would like to ensure that my chart highlights the colors here, while this one is not so pronounced. So what I'm going to do is I'll double click here. So ensure that it's okay. If you notice what happened here, it looks different. So now you're highlighting the whole pie chart. Any changes now will affect the whole pie chart, but I only want to make changes on this blue segment. So I double click on it, and then it's now notice that the other lines are not showing, so it's highlighting only this blue segment. Then I come here and I click on no fill. So no fill means that now I can see what is underneath, and I can see my previous chart. Now I double click on this other side, and I change the color to white, and then increase the transparency to 25%. So this is what it looks like. Right, so we're good. At this point, I'm going to insert a text box. And I'll draw that in the middle of this chart here. So I want to link my text box to the value here so that if it changes, it will affect what is here. So by doing that, I need to ensure that I have this kind of arrow, the cross arrow, and I click on the edge. Notice that the cursor is no longer blinking inside it. So it means I'm selecting the box on the outside. So now I need to create a formula that will link this text box to these values over here. So depending on the type of keyboard you have, you may need to play around with it to know what works for you. What you need to press is the F2 button, and the F2 button is at the top row of your keyboard near where the escape button is. You can see F1 all the way to F12. I need to press the F2 button. For some keyboard, you can just press the F2 button directly and it will work. For some others, you need to press the function button and press the F2. So the function button is down in the lower keys, now next to your control button. On my keyboard, I need to press the function button and press the F2 for it to work. Notice in this formula bar, there I have a blinking cursor. So I need to put a formula in it to link the values to the text box. And remember in Excel, when you want to start a formula, you need to press equals to first. So now Excel knows that you want to have a type of formula in that formula bar. Then I can click on this first cell and press enter. Then here is this 40. So no matter what I do in this cell, it will be affected, changes will be affected here. So I now make this in the middle, make this in the center. I can also increase the font to what I want it to be, make it bold. Also change the font style, let it be very big and bold. Then another thing is I can change the color so it will match what the chart is showing. Right. And I'll need to remove the background. It's white right now, but I want it to be transparent so you can see the grids of the Excel screen. So I click on format and select no fill, and here as well, no outline. So it looks naked like this. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make like name pads over here for my chart. So I'm going to go to insert, then I'll choose a shape that I want to work with. So since I've used this several times already, that's why this is here, but you can find it here as well. So I'll just select it from here and then select draw this across. Okay. And then change the color to be the same as my pie chart. I can choose to have the same color as outline or no outline at all. For aesthetics, I'm going to make it somehow 3D. So I'll choose preset and then choose the second preset. So another thing I want to do is I want to have the name show here. So like how I explained this, how it is this 40. to appear in this text box, I press my F2 button or function F2. Then I type equals to, and I make reference to this cell, and the name Jennifer appears here. So now to do justifications for it, I need to make it in the middle as well in the center. Increase the font size. Change the font type. Also, I'll change the font color to be white, text color to be white. So now this is basically how I've done my chart. So now another thing I like to do is I like to link the chart so that all the components can be moved around the screen as one. So in doing that, you have to click on this each of the components you have here separately and then group them. So first I've clicked on the shape, clicked on the chart, and then the text box. I right click and I go to group, and then I group it. So notice now all the boxes that now is only a single box that is here. At this stage I should be able to move it all at once. So see, it's all moving at once. Okay, so now the moment of truth. Let us see, will this change as we change our values? So if I change this to 30%, automatically the color circumference has changed as well. Okay, let me change to 70% and press enter. Ooh, it's got wider. Okay, so that's how we can do a progress chart. So likewise, I'm supposed to replicate this for these other names. So I'm going to do one more so like I can take this one more time so you can see it, and then you can probably try the last one on your own. Okay, so here I have my chart. I'm going to select my data, series, and then select the chart type, the series type I mean, right. So, but if peradventure, like while working on it, you happen to click in the middle of the chart to change the chart type, what you can do is you can still work your way down to combo and ensure you change the series chart, and then also this one that has a name on it, chart 2. The first one should be a donut chart, that's the one without a name, the one that's called series 1, and then the second one should be a pie chart. So it looks like this, and you're taking the second one to be the secondary axis, that's the pie chart to be the secondary axis, like this. If you're confused as to which of the colors you should let be blank and which one should be dark, just remember that you have your bold color on as a foundation, while this one, the one that looks like the value on your score, should be the one that you should have off, like it should be colorless, and then while this one can be transparent, like faded color of what you have. So I double click here, yep, and I do no fill. While this one, I'll make it white and make it, again, you can use this bar if you want to, or you can also type 25 directly in. Right, so I've done that. So at this stage, I can close this. I'm going to insert a text box. Okay, I'm going to link this text box with what is here. So to do that, function F2 for me, as my own keyboard, and I click here. Sorry, I forgot. Escape. Click on the box, function F2 equals to this box, this cell, and press enter. Then I can put it in the middle and put it in the center. I'm going to color it. Sorry, I meant the text. I'm going to change the text to be this color. I'll make it bigger. I'll make it bold. I'll change the font type. I make it smaller. Okay, right. Then also I'm going to remove my outline, no fill, and the background as well. Okay, so that's it there. So next I'm going to insert a shape. Okay, and the color, change it to be the same as my chart. Also, I can give it a 3D effect, right, like this. I can also change the shape a bit if I want to, depending on what I want, how I want it to look. So to link this name to this place, I press my function F2 button equals to this. I press enter. I have to go back to the home tab, make it middle, make it center. I can increase the text size, change the text to be white, change the font to be this, right? And there I go. Also, to link up all these separate sections, I group it so that I can actually pick it up and lift it and drop it as one. Let's see if this still works. Yes, so it's one chart altogether. Right, so let us test it and see whether it works. Right, so it works. So this is how we prepare our progress charts. So thank you so much everyone for your time.